Hey guys, it's Orlando from Wildfire Leather. Today we're going to go ahead and do a quick review on this VEVOR clicker die press that I got off of Amazon. Did it break the bank? No. Will it work for my needs and possibly yours? Let's find out. So out of the box you get the press itself. It does come with this cutting board that goes right underneath here. You get this big old wrench like this, which you're going to use to adjust the height, and then you have your handle right here to go ahead and bring down the press. So what I'm using this for is for clicker dies. I have two different dies. These are the dies that I'm using. This is for the AirTag case. These are from Milwaukee Steel Rule Dies here in the US. And then recently I just got these from Bradshaw Steel Rule Dies from Canada. These are great, by the way. And then I have this small die, steel rule die from Leather Stamp Maker for a keychain. All right, for some starters, I have some beautiful whiskey rocado shell cordovan. As you can see, I've already cut out a few pieces. Today, let's go ahead and let's just make a simple card holder. So these are the steel rule dies from Bradshaw Steel Rule Dies up in Canada. Highly would recommend if you're looking for some dies. So let's go ahead and see where I can get this piece cut out. That looks pretty good. So right off the bat, right, if you're looking at a traditional clicker die in leatherwork, you have the Mighty Wonder Press. Dream Factory from Korea also has one, which is really nice. Buckle Guy has another one, and I'll throw up some examples here on the screen. You know, the benefit with them is that you don't have all this bulkiness right here, right? You just move the swivel head. So kind of lining up your dies here, and given that these are the clear ones, I've seen some wooden ones out there. You know, I could see where those can be a little bit more challenging, just to make sure to line up the dies nicely. And I'm not trying to cut the hide here. I'm trying to get one with all the shapes that I've cut out. All right, so let's see if that cuts out nicely. It looks perfectly lined up. We're gonna get the swivel head. Oh, I heard that satisfying crunch. All right. And voila. Oh, didn't go all the way through, unfortunately. So that is one of the cons with this die. Like I said, to make an adjustment, let's go ahead and make one. You got to use this big old wrench. So I want to lower this. I'm gonna do this on both sides. Oh, tightened it up instead. So I'm gonna go nice and evenly. There we go. So do one. Doesn't need that much. Oh, so I'm going to try to really get this nice and leveled. Let's see. Oh, already looks good. All right. There you go. Slide that in. And let's cut. We'll move the leather a little bit. There we go. This back, and there you go. Look, perfect cut right there. It looks like this piece might fit just right here. Awesome. All right, swing that on in. We'll get it cut. Oop. All right, there goes one. And there you go. So what else can you use this for? So I have some brass stamps here. These have like a Japanese design. I have a few of them. So you can use this to emboss the leather. So let's use this AirTag here as an example. So say I want to emboss this on there. I have to switch out the cutting board just to make it higher, and that prevents me from having to adjust the height of this every single time that I want to use it. So it doesn't fit that way, so we'll go that way. Obviously your limitations here are the space. I'll put how big the space that you have here on the screen. So let's check this out. So you could, you know, dampen the leather a little bit so that the design fits nicely. All right, that looks good. Move this on down. Hold it. Press it down a few more times. Oh, and look at that. Now, we've embossed a cool design on here. Oh, and now that's embossed it. All right, so here are my final thoughts on this VEVOR press. Some of the cons, of course, is that you have to keep moving your clicker dies and making sure you have to slide them in under to press this down. I can see that, you know, being a little tedious sometimes, especially, you know, if you have a full hide, you're gonna have to cut down your pieces of leather into a workable space that will fit underneath here. So that's definitely gonna take some time. Another con is you have to keep adjusting this, right? I think as your workflow goes, and depending on the clicker dies that you're using, and if you're using brass stamps or any other kind of stamps, right, you're gonna have to make some adjustments on either stacking up another cutting board on top of this so you don't have to move this around, or if you have several different types of cutting dies from different makers, manufacturers, you have to make some adjustments here. The other one is the weight. This one's kind of small in the size, weight and size. You know, for me, this is a manageable size. This is a manageable weight because it's not in a permanent position. I keep moving it under my workbench and out. So this one for me is a good size. They do make a larger one if you want something to cut out larger clicker dies. The largest die that I have here, I believe, is this size. It's about 4x6, and it fits quite nicely underneath. So if you're using clicker dies for a much bigger project that you have, you know, this may not work out for you. You might need a different type of clicker die for that purpose. Now, would I purchase this again? I absolutely would. I think for under $200, this one was around 140, so below 150. I believe this is absolutely a bargain. If you're looking at clicker dies, your traditional clicker dies like from VEVOR, the Mighty Wonder, Buckle Guy has one, and so does the Dream Factory from Korea has one as well. You're talking about over $1,000. I think the most affordable one out there is like maybe $1,200. And that one's going to take a much larger footprint. If you have the space for it, by all means, and you have the budget, great. And obviously that's going to save you time because the swivel head moves, so you don't have to worry about positioning your leather. You can just move it on down, click it down, and you're ready to go. You know, there's really no adjustments that you have to make to those. I don't have much experience, but I think you do have an easy knob here at the top, similar to these screws, to adjust the height so you can actually click down and cut out your pieces. For being a small business and working in a small space, I highly would recommend this VEVOR. Again, they have a much bigger version of it if you have the space for it. By all means, absolutely get it. So let me know if you have any questions. Follow me on Instagram. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll do my absolute best to answer them. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and week and month and year. And again, follow me on Instagram for some other updates and other content at Wildflower Leather Co. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.